Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jason, your host.
And I'm Julia, your co-host. We're so excited to have you here today. How are you feeling about your English learning journey?
Hopefully motivated. Today, we're going to talk about something really powerful, how to train your brain to speak English fluently. Many learners focus only on grammar or vocabulary, but the truth is, your brain is the real key to speaking confidently.
That's right, Jason. Think about it like this: your brain is like a muscle. The more you train it, the faster and smoother your English will become. And the good news is, even if you've been learning English for a while, you can still improve your fluency by training your brain the right way.
Exactly. In this episode, we'll show you practical techniques, exercises, and tips to think in English, remember words faster, and speak more naturally. By the end of this podcast, you'll have a clear plan to train your brain every day for better fluency.
And we'll also give you a short, interactive exercise so you can practice while listening. Are you ready to boost your English brain power?
Let's get started. Okay, Julia, before we jump into techniques, let's take a quick look at how our brain actually learns a language. Many learners don't realize that it's not just about memorizing words or grammar rules.
Exactly. Our brain works like a network of roads. Every time we practice English, we build new connections like new roads that make it easier to speak and understand.
And the more we repeat and use English, the stronger and faster these connections become. That's why practice matters more than just reading or writing once.
Also, our brain loves patterns. When we notice patterns in English like word order, common expressions, or verb forms, it's much easier to remember and use them naturally.
That's a good point. And did you know our brain actually learns better when we make mistakes? Each mistake is like a small roadblock, and when we correct it, the brain builds a stronger, better road.
Wow, I like that image, your brain fixing the roads. So basically, learning English is not about being perfect. It's about training your brain step by step and giving it repeated practice.
Yes, and in the next section, we'll talk about the common challenges learners face when trying to train their brain, so you can recognize them and avoid frustration. All right, Julia, now that we understand how the brain learns, let's talk about some challenges B2 learners often face. I think many of our listeners will relate to these.
Oh, yes. One big challenge is thinking in your native language instead of English. Many learners translate every word in their head, which slows down speaking.
Exactly. And sometimes even when they know the words, they struggle to form sentences quickly. That pause in the middle of speaking can be frustrating.
Another challenge is forgetting vocabulary. You know, you learn a new word yesterday, but today it just disappears.
Yep. And grammar can also be tricky at this level. You know the rules, but sometimes you hesitate because you're afraid of making a mistake.
Honestly, Jason, I've been there. And here's another one: listening comprehension. Even if you can speak okay, understanding native speakers at normal speed is hard.
Exactly. But the good news is, all of these challenges can be improved by training your brain properly. That's why the techniques we'll share in the next section are so important.
So, if you've ever felt stuck, slow, or nervous while speaking English, don't worry, you're not alone. We're going to tackle all of this step by step.
All right, Julia, now it's time for the exciting part, the daily brain training techniques that can help anyone speak English more fluently.
Yes, think of these techniques like workouts for your brain. Just like your body gets stronger when you exercise, your brain gets better at English when you train it regularly.
Exactly. Let's start with the first one. Visualization. This means imagining situations in English in your mind. For example, imagine ordering food at a restaurant or introducing yourself to a new friend.
I love this one. You can even create a small story in your head. For instance, I walk into a cafe, I see a friendly barista, and I order my favorite coffee. By practicing like this, your brain starts thinking in English naturally.
The second technique is thinking in English. Instead of translating from your native language, try to describe your day or your surroundings directly in English. For example, when you see a cat, say in your mind, "The cat is sleeping on the sofa."
And the more you do this, the faster your brain forms English sentences automatically. It's like giving your brain a shortcut, no translation needed.
Next is the shadowing technique. This is when you listen to English speakers and repeat at the same time. You can use podcasts, YouTube videos, or short dialogues. The goal is to copy their rhythm, pronunciation, and intonation.
I do this all the time. For example, I listen to a 30-second clip and speak along with it. At first, it's tricky, but after a few days, your speaking becomes smoother and faster.
And finally, the daily 5-minute challenge. Dedicate just 5 minutes every day to focus only on speaking in English. You can describe your morning, talk about your favorite movie, or even explain a recipe in English.
It doesn't have to be perfect. The key is consistency. 5 minutes a day trains your brain to think in English without pressure, and if you do this every day, your fluency will improve faster than you think.
So remember, visualize, think in English, shadow native speakers, and practice daily. These 4 techniques together form a powerful brain training routine.
And later in the podcast, we'll give you a mini exercise so you can start practicing right now while listening.
All right, Julia. Now that we've talked about daily brain exercises, let's look at another powerful way to train your brain: reading and listening in English.
Yes, when you read books, articles, or even short stories, your brain naturally starts noticing sentence patterns, vocabulary, and expressions. And when you listen to English like podcasts, songs, or YouTube videos, your brain learns the rhythm and flow of natural speech.
That's right. And here's the trick. Don't just passively read or listen. Try to engage with the content. For example, when you read a short story, imagine the characters, repeat sentences out loud, or summarize the paragraph in your own words.
And with listening, you can do a mini shadowing practice. Listen to a sentence, pause, and repeat it exactly as the speaker says. This not only improves pronunciation, but also helps your brain connect words to sounds automatically.
So basically, reading trains your brain to understand English visually, and listening trains your brain to understand it orally. When you do both regularly, your brain becomes faster at processing English, and your fluency naturally improves.
Exactly. And the best part is you can start small. Even 10 to 15 minutes of reading and listening each day will make a big difference over time.
Now, Julia, let's talk about one of the biggest challenges for B2 learners: remembering vocabulary and expressions. Even if you train your brain, words can disappear if you don't have good memory strategies.
Yes, but don't worry. There are simple memory hacks that make learning vocabulary much easier. One of my favorites is creating mind maps. You take a word and connect it to related words, ideas, or even pictures.
For example, if you learn the word journey, you can connect it to travel, adventure, experience, and maybe imagine a suitcase or a map. Your brain loves these visual connections.
Another trick is chunking phrases together instead of learning single words. For instance, instead of memorizing make and decision separately, learn the phrase make a decision. It's more natural and easier to use in conversation.
And here's one more associating words with stories or personal experiences. If you remember a story where you made a decision, you'll never forget the phrase. The brain remembers stories better than isolated words.
Exactly. So the three main hacks are mind maps, chunking phrases, and associating words with stories. Use them daily, and your vocabulary will become stronger and easier to recall while speaking.
And these hacks don't just help with words. They also help you remember expressions, idioms, and even small grammar patterns naturally. All right, Julia, now that we've talked about brain exercises, reading, listening, and memory hacks, let's discuss something very important, thinking fast in English and speaking fluently.
Yes, many learners know the words, but when it's time to speak, their mind goes blank. That's because the brain isn't trained to think in English automatically.
Exactly. The goal is to train your brain to react instantly in English, just like you do in your native language. One way is to practice short, fast responses to common questions, like, "How are you?" or "What did you do today?"
You can even do mini exercises with yourself. For example, look at something in your room and describe it in English in 1 or 2 sentences quickly. Don't think too much, just speak.
This trains your brain to form sentences quickly, improves your fluency, and reduces hesitation. Over time, speaking in English starts to feel natural.
And remember, it's okay to make small mistakes. The more you practice, the faster your brain learns. Mistakes are actually part of the learning process.
So, thinking fast is really just about training your brain to respond in English without translating. And combining that with the techniques we've discussed makes your speaking smoother and more confident. Okay, Julia, now it's time for a mini interactive exercise. This will help our listeners practice speaking while listening.
Yes, and don't worry, it's simple, fun, and only takes about a minute. Everyone, join us and speak out loud if you can.
All right, here's the first question. What did you do today? Take 10 seconds and answer in English. Go.
Great. Now let's try a second one. Describe something you see around you. For example, you can say, I see a cup on my desk, or there is a book next to the laptop. Ready? Go.
Awesome. Last one, a little challenge. What is your favorite hobby and why? Try to speak 2 to 3 sentences. Don't worry about mistakes. Just focus on speaking.
See? That's it. You've just practiced thinking fast and speaking naturally. The more you do exercises like this every day, even for a few minutes, the more fluent you will become.
And remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's training your brain to respond in English automatically. Julia, before we wrap up, I think it's important to motivate our listeners. Learning English can be challenging, but consistency and patience are key.
Absolutely, Jason. Remember, your brain is like a muscle. Every day you practice, even for just a few minutes, your brain gets stronger and your English becomes smoother.
And don't get discouraged by mistakes. Mistakes are actually proof that your brain is learning and building new connections. Each mistake makes you better.
Yes, celebrate small wins. If you speak a full sentence without hesitation or remember a new word, that's progress. Keep a positive mindset and trust the process.
And the best part? Training your brain for fluency is something you can do anytime, anywhere. Speak to yourself, think in English, Read, listen, all of it adds up over time.
So, listeners, stay consistent, practice every day, and believe in your ability to improve. Your fluency is just a result of your daily effort.
All right, Julia, let's quickly recap today's episode. We talked about how to train your brain for English fluency, covering techniques like visualization, thinking in English, shadowing, reading, listening, and memory hacks.
Yes, we also practiced a mini exercise to think fast and speak naturally. Remember, consistency is key. Even a few minutes every day makes a big difference.
So, listeners, start using these techniques today. Practice daily and watch your fluency improve step by step.
And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with friends who want to improve their English too.
Exactly! Keep training your brain, stay motivated, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now!
Bye everyone, keep speaking English and have fun learning.